Ogres, the big, hairy, smelly, 12-foot-tall orcs that are just as hungry as they are violent, and just as violent as they are stupid. Here are some fast, fun facts about ogres. Ogres eat you raw and alive because they know it hurts more. Ogres can be between 10 and 12 feet tall. Ogres make loincloths out of human flesh. Ogres are on page 237 of the Monster Manual. Me and my sister noticed it's really hard to say fast fact 5 times fast really fast. Ogres are actually playable, which we'll get into later. That concludes our fast fun facts. Like I said, ogres are actually playable, which makes them very fun to play. Ogres make great barbarians, fighters, and maybe even paladins, although they're pretty hard to believe as a paladin. Ogres have a +3 strength, but a -3 to dexterity, wisdom, intelligence, or charisma. Since ogres are bigger, that means that say if there's a weapon that does D6 damage, now since it's bigger, it does D8 damage, and so on and so forth. This means that a great axe wielded by an ogre does D20 damage. Ogres are a fun addition to the party because of their insane strength, but usually comically low intelligence. You might be asking, DJ Dill Pickle, have you ever played an ogre? And the answer is yes and no. I've had one as an NPC, and he was a great addition to our party. Totally recommend playing an ogre, 100%. That's enough about playing them. Now let's look at their stat block. They're chaotic evil. They have an 11 armor class, hide armor, I get it. 59 hit points, and a speed of 40 feet. They have a 19 strength and an 8 dexterity. They have a constitution of 16, which is surprisingly low. I think they have maybe an 18. A 5 intelligence, 7 wisdom, and 7 charisma. They have dark vision for 60 feet, passive perception of 8, and they speak common and giant. Ogres are also a level 2 challenge rating. Their Great Club has a +6 to hit, can reach 5, and hits for 13 or 2d8 +4 damage. Ogres also have a Javelin, which is a +6 to hit, can reach 30 to 120 feet, and does 11 damage or 2d6 +4 piercing damage. There's also 4 different types of ogres featured in Monsters of the Multiverse. An ogre with a battering ram, which does a lot of damage. It does 15 or 2d10 +4 +6 to hit. An ogre bolt launcher, which just has a bolt launcher that does 3d10 +1 damage, but a +3 to hit. And ogre chain brute, and I was pretty confused when I saw the words ogre chain brute, but it's really just an ogre with a giant chain that he swings around like a whip, tripping people, doing damage, and beating the crap out of people. And an ogre howdah, which is just an ogre with a little goblin holder on his back. Even though ogres can just seem like big orcs, their lore actually is awesome. I love hearing about ogres and reading about ogres. Like Shrek once said, onions have layers and ogres have layers. For DMs, ogres work as great bodyguards, additions to an army, or just general things to throw at your level 2 players. An ogre always is a good fight, with at least one life or death situation on the line. There is always the chance of an ogre rolling a natural 20, but 1 in 20 chance, I'll take my bet, throw them at my level 2 players. If a wizard dies, so be it. All in all, ogres are amazing, hairy, smelly guys that all DMs should put in their games at some point, because they're a fun challenge for players. In conclusion, ogres are good. Video ending time.